The Day I Met George Washington by Ashley Meadows. It started off like every other Tuesday. My mom woke me up and I went to school. When school was over, I got on the bus just like I did every day. I was the last stop the bus made before the driver went home. It was a long ride and I was tired. I closed my eyes, and when I opened them, I was at a strange house. "Hi, Molly," said a strange man with a wig on his head. "My name is George Washington. Welcome to my home, Mount Vernon." "I've heard of you," I said. "We are learning about you in class. You were the first President of the United States. I want to know more about you." "I'm glad you've heard of me, Molly. Let me tell you about myself. You are right. I was born here in Virginia on February 22nd, 1732. I had other jobs before I became president. I was also a farmer and a surveyor," said George. I had never heard of a surveyor. "What does a surveyor do?" "That's a good question, Molly," said George. "A surveyor measures the land and makes boundaries." I listened as George was talking. "You were a general during a war, right?" I asked. "Right again, Molly," said George. "I was a general during the Revolutionary War. I led soldiers into battle. After the war, the United States became a country." "Is that when you became president?" I questioned. "Yes, Molly. I, and many others, helped make the United States a country. Some call me the father of our country. While I was president, I worked hard to unite the 13 states into one country. I also worked with others to make the government of our country," said George. "When my presidency ended, I came back here to Mount Vernon to live with my family." "We also learned that your picture is on the $1 bill and the quarter," I said. "Wow, that is interesting, Molly. I learned something today, too. You should get back on the bus and go home, Molly. Your parents will be worried. It was nice to meet you." "I can't wait to tell my teacher about you tomorrow, George. Thank you." Luckily, the bus was still waiting for me. I got back on the bus and the driver started taking me home. "Wake up, Molly," said the bus driver. "This is your stop. You fell asleep on the ride home." "Thank you," I answered, and I went inside. I couldn't wait to tell my teacher who I met on my way home from school. The end.